Chelsea fans, let us be honest, yeah? If we're gonna say, let us keep our hair, let's keep our hair until Enzo Maresca is gonna win 5 games. Our hair is gonna be like 2 years. We're not gonna cut it under Enzo Maresca. I said this, the win against Liverpool, I told you, it's not deserved. I need consistent winning. We need to have consistent winning, yeah? Let's just assume that if we say today that let's keep our hair without cutting it, without going to the barber studio, yeah? And then for Enzo Maresca to win 5 games only. Trust me, we're not gonna cut our hair for the next 2 seasons. I'm very sure of that under Enzo Maresca. Some people are gonna say that, yeah, it is Sunderland or Chelsea has the youngest team in the English Premier League, yeah? They have the youngest team. They don't have experience. What do you mean by experience? Experience against Sunderland, and what players do we have? How many years do you need to be able to grow players, to be mature? Because you're gonna say we need experience in the Premier League. Who in our squad doesn't have the experience in the Premier League? Except for, are you comparing the Chelsea we have right now with what Sunderland has, a team that just came up from the Championship? Except for Cole Palmer. Is that where you are putting your hopes on Cole Palmer, who was not in the pitch? That's the only absent player where we can count. And then we horribly lose at home 2-1 against Sunderland, a team that is just coming from the Championship. How are we going to explain this? Take a look at some players that we've got. Trust me, this Enzo Maresca can never keep us the way we want. He's not winning consistent games. Let's forget about winning Liverpool. What next? I said this after winning Liverpool. Are you going to give us a consistency? That is what we need. Give us consistency, consistent winning. I don't want you to come, okay, we have a game against Barcelona. You're going to go ahead, beat Barcelona, and then come back to the Premier League and start giving points away to West Ham and giving points away to Brentford and start giving points away to all sorts of, it's absolutely not making sense. Enzo Maresca is taking us to nowhere. It's more than 2 seasons he's here with Chelsea. It's more than 2 seasons he's here. And some people are asking us, let us give him time. How much time do you want to give him to develop something? We've got one of the best right back in the world, which is Reece James. Cucurella is trying. I see some people comparing Cucurella with Nuno Mendes. That is absolutely crazy. You can never compare Cucurella with Nuno Mendes. Those are 2 different players. Nuno Mendes is in a class of his own. Cucurella cannot be compared to Nuno Mendes. Look at the players that he has here. These are your defenders. These are the players who are saying that they need experience or they don't have experience, and you are losing the game to Sunderland, a team that is coming from the Championship. Look at these defenders. Tell me, what are the experienced players in here? You're going to talk about Reece James, who have been in the Premier League for long. You're going to talk about even Achiempong. He's very young, but the way he plays is very good. Trust me, if you give this defense line and this Chelsea to a coach like Pep Guardiola, he's going to do a lot of things with. Even to Company in Bayern Munich, he's doing it. If you give it to Xabi Alonso, he's going to do it. It's absolutely crazy that you got these defenders right here, but you cannot do anything with them. Now, some people are saying Marco Cucurella here is one of the best left back in the world. And then what? What are we using him for? Nothing. In the English Premier League, we're still not going to win the league this season, losing to Sunderland. We've got Reece James, one of the best right backs. And so what? He's not doing anything. And then coming to the midfield, we've got Lafia right here. It's like Moises Caicedo Jr. He knows how to play. And if you're going to tell me that, okay, the players were tired when they came from the Champions League, they were tired, yeah? Quite all right, because they played the Champions League and they came back on the weekends. What is the meaning of that? What was Moises Caicedo doing in the pitch when you know that he's tired and you have someone who can actually replace him, of Homo Lafia? Lafia is as perfect as Moises Caicedo. We've got a lot of substitution on the bench here that can do a lot of things. I love the way Achiempong is playing, yeah? Achiempong has no problem. But the problem is that Maresca cannot control the guys. Let's talk about the attack line. Look at these players here. Are these the players that you're going to tell me that they don't have experience in the Premier League? Are these the attackers that you want to use to compare to what Sunderland has? Apart from Cole Palmer, are these the attackers? You've got here Moises Caicedo, one of the best defenders in the world. Pedro Neto, a lot of Premier League experience from Wolf. Who do you want to talk about? João Pedro, Premier League experience, a very good striker. You want to talk about Liam Delap? He was absent as well. Do you want to talk about Garnacho? Garnacho has played in Manchester United for long. He knows what is Premier League. You want to talk about Estava, who just came, but he's doing wonders. You cannot use him. Do you want to talk about Enzo Fernández, the player you have in your midfield? Who here do you want to compare with Sunderland? Like, they don't have experience. They are young boys. They are still trying to build up. Build up for how long? How many seasons? more than 2 seasons, Enzo Maresca is here with these boys. Apart from Kopama that was absent today, who else? Apart from Kopama, nothing. Nobody else was absent today. You've got everyone on form today. I don't want to talk about Liam Delap because he has not really picked up well because we've got here João Pedro who was there. But then apart from that, the rest of the team, everything is okay. And you take this team and you go ahead and lose with Sunderland, a team from the championship. Trust me, if you give these attackers to Pep Guardiola, if you give these attackers to Kompany in Bayern Munich, if you give these attackers to Xabi Alonso, if you give these attackers to coaches, they'll do a lot of things. Just call Jurgen Klopp from Liverpool to come to Chelsea and take over these players. You're going to see football. We've got a lot of talents, but Enzo Maresca is not using them. I'm never going to be convinced with the Club World Cup we won against PSG. I'm never going to be convinced with that. If they're going to call back that PSG today to play against Chelsea, we're going to take at least 5-0. These are the players we've got, but we cannot use them. Now, take a look at what they have. Tell me any player here you know, apart from Adingra and Xhaka. Apart from Adingra, who has played in the Premier League, and Xhaka right here, I mean, who has previous experience from last season. This is Adingra, this is Xhaka. Apart from this, look at these attackers. I think this should be one of the most youngest attackers as well in the EPL right now. But they absolutely humbled you. Are these the attackers you want to use to compare to Chelsea? I know, yeah, they are on top form, they have done a lot of things, but they have not beaten any top 5 clubs except for starting with Chelsea. Who is on top form? Are you telling me Chelsea's on top form? I will beat Liverpool. I give you 3 games straight to win 3 games in a row, Chelsea. Don't cut your hair and wait for you to win 3 games in a row under Enzo Maresca, and then you're going to take a year to cut your hair. Trust me, I don't see any system of play. Apart from the fact that we beat Paris Saint-Germain, apart from the fact that we beat Liverpool, apart from the fact that we struggled with Manchester United with 1 man down, apart from that, what else? We don't have any system of play. When one player is injured, that's going to be the topic of the day. We don't have any standardized formation or standardized lineup to play. I don't see the tactics with Chelsea. You cannot really tell me that this is a team you are taking to compare with Chelsea and saying Chelsea, they still don't have experience. Chelsea is one of the youngest clubs in the Premier League. They have one of the youngest people, like who? Estavao, like who? Tariq Josh, like who? And so what? Look at these guys here. Who is here? Who has experience here? And look at them, young faces as well, apart from Xhaka, apart from Adingra, who have a Premier League experience. What did you have in the pitch today? Everything. João Pedro from Wolves, Pedro Neto. You've got everything. Moses Caicedo and Fernandez, they have been there. Reece James in the pitch. Marco Correa, when you say he's one of the best right back in the world, which I don't understand this. And then you're going to compare these guys with these matured people in the Premier League, and you lose the game against them. And you're just going to give an excuse because of Cole Palmer. Look at the defense we have. Shaloba has played with Crystal Palace. But look at the defense lines of the Sunderland, nothing is there. And you want to tell me we should keep Enzo Maresca for what? This guy, let's make it today. Don't cut your hair until you win 5 games straight under this Enzo Maresca. I'm sure by 2027 you still have grown hair if he's not fired. We are SD Game Talk. Stay tuned to our channel, subscribe, and see you on our next video.